Yo, what's up everybody? It's Peace. Welcome to another video. So now I've got my final updated Altergeist Azamina and Fiendsmith deck profile for you. And yeah, you guys saw all the tournament matches. It was really good when it did what it needed to do. But I'll go over the ratios and whatnot. And I was actually surprised at some of the combos I was able to do. Make sure you go back on the channel and check out the duels with this list. So I ended up at 42 cards. Shout out to Fresh Haircut Charlie for the Peace YGO sleeves. They're really nice. So main deck, I played 3 Altergeist Mellowseek. This is the searcher when it goes from field to graveyard. Altergeist Paratrader, this is the dumper when it goes from field to graveyard. I'm playing this as a combo deck, but it does have some control aspects to it still. This is a great normal summon going second because if you go to battle phase, you can attack directly. And then during the damage step, because when it deals damage, you get to target a card your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. And then this one has a similar effect where it can attack directly for 500. And then during damage step, you'll draw a bonus card. So that's both really nice effects. This even plays around Droll and Lockbird, I think, because on the resolution, I'm not 100% sure about that. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, mainly I was concentrating on the level 1s for this. I was not playing control at all. To continue with the level 1s, we have finally the Altergeist Pukri. So this was really good. This is the one that allows you to link summon from your hand. So basically, if you normal summon this or normal summon this, and you have this in your hand, or you get it out onto the field with 1-for-1, that is full combo. Because you just link with it in your hand, and then once per duel, it adds itself back to your hand if it's in the graveyard on the summon of a link monster. So actually you can just link with your Mellowseek or your Paratrader and then instantly on a new chain block your Mellowseek or your Paratrader because these effects are ashable. This is not ashable. It is bellable, but I mean, you don't really need this to be back in your hand, but you really want these effects to go off. So that's the main Altergeist monsters. To supplement that, we do have Altergeist Malwisp. This is one of the newer ones that we got in Dune. This allows you to reveal it and special summon it like a Poplar if it's added to your hand by a card effect. And then on summon, it special summons from graveyard. And it's a level 3 tuner, so you can do synchro plays as well. And then for the traps, I opted to play Altergeist Protocol, Altergeist Manifestation, and Altergeist Revitalization. So this is the one that says that your Altergeist activated effects cannot be negated while it's on the field. And then once per turn, you contribute an Altergeist monster to negate and destroy a monster effect. This is the Monster Reborn. It equips to the monster once it's special summoned, but if you can get it off the field before that it attaches to it, then it won't you'll still be able to summon it, but yeah, it won't have to leave the field if this leaves the field. And then finally, the Revitalization, its on-field effect is to special summon a link monster, and its graveyard effect is to banish it to have an additional normal summon of an Altergeist monster. This is your main dump target off of Paratrader. I had to cut the failover. There just wasn't enough room for it, and you're not trying to get into a grind game. You're trying to make an unbreakable board and just win outright. To supplement that portion of the engine, we do play level 1 support in the form of a few spells that can give us a little bit of consistency boost to actually access our Altergeist engine. So 1-for-1, ditch a monster to special summon from hand or deck any one of your level 1s, which is really broken. Speaking of level 1s, 3 Jack in the Hand. So this is a spell card that you can activate once per turn. You activate it, and then you reveal from your deck 3 level 1 monsters. Then your opponent, out of those 3, takes one of them and adds it to their hand. Then out of the remaining 2, you pick one to add to your hand. The third one goes back into the deck. So this can really complete the combo. It's just adding consistency because there's no other way to boost the consistency because I don't know any other way to search Mellowseek. Yeah, like you want to see your Mellowseek. And if they take one of the other ones, then that's fine because we do play another card in the form of Where Art Thou? So if you control a level 1 monster, you can actually search your deck for any level 1 monster in the game. And it's just a normal spell. It's not even once per turn. But if you don't normal summon that monster this turn, then or a monster with the same name, then you take 2,000 life points of damage at the end phase. But that usually doesn't come up because you're usually searching Pukari off of that. And since we cut the Marionetter, you're using your revitalization to normal summon it again. So yeah, with your second normal summon, you're actually playing around the Where Art Thou burn damage. But I mean, burn damage doesn't even matter when your opponent can't break your board anyway, and they lose anyway. So tons of consistency, and surprisingly, you don't even see combo every hand, which kind of stinks. But we honestly need a Link 1 for Altergeist. Next engine is the Azamina engine. So this is a supplementary spellcaster engine that I thought would be really strong. It gets your cards in your graveyard, and it just puts a negation on board, and it applies a lot of pressure so that your combo can resolve. So 3 Diabellstar, and then the 1 LZ Azamina of the White Forest. Just an alternate search target for your Deception. Then we do play the 3 Wanted for consistency to search out your Diabellstar. 2 Deception. You definitely want to see this in order to ensure that you can get bodies on board to apply pressure and then to set up your negation. The 1 Hollowed Azamina, this is the other search target for these Deception. You're usually going for this, but if you already have access to this, then you can go for the LZ. LZ's got a couple different bonus effects. If you Synchro Summon with it, which will never happen in this strategy, you get to search your deck for a Sinful Spoils card. But the one that could come up in this strategy is its on-field effect to Fusion Summon. So the Azamina monsters need an Illusion Monster and a Light Spellcaster. So your Malwisp can actually act as the other body. You fuse this with your Malwisp, and that actually gives you your Azamina engine. So I just thought that was a pretty cool interaction. And then if you start off with either Wanted or Deception, you will always have access, if you're uninterrupted, to your Sinful Spoils of Slumber Morian, which is the Book of Moon. This is the really broken card. Just having a Book of Moon on top of all of your other disruptions is really insane. So that's the entire Azamina engine. Next up, I did play the Fiendsmith engine. Shout out to not getting a ban list until after Worlds, so this is safe for a while. So definitely try this out. The Fiendsmith engine adds so much to every single deck that can play it. It's just insane. So 3 Engraver, 1 Lacrima, 1 Sanct, and 1 Paradise. Final sub-engine that I didn't even bother listing is the Magician Souls package. So Magician Souls and Illusion of Chaos. This can actually unbrick your hand, so it's nice to have it as a one-of. It's also a search target for one of the extra deck monsters that we play. This can send Diabellstar, the Black Witch, to graveyard as cost to special summon itself. Then you could send your trap cards or your spells that you have duplicates of or don't need in order to draw bonus cards, which can apply pressure and force a negation. And it just puts a body on board that allows you to go for the big combo that I showed with Melseek and 1 Extender. If you this could be the 1 Extender that you draw, and then you get that full board, which is pretty nice. And then finally, 3 Spell Card Monster Reborn. A lot of the times you have trouble because the Link monsters are very restrictive. You can only summon them with Altergeist monsters. So being able to bring back an Altergeist monster as a quick effect speed is super useful because it'll give you the extra body that you need to make all your Link plays. And then also this is a great disruptive card. Notice I'm not playing any like going second cards or hand traps or anything like that. I wanted to see if I could resolve my combo as much as possible. And there just isn't enough room in a deck like this where you have multiple, you have to have multiple cards in your hand to combo off. Like you need 2 Altergeist monsters essentially to combo off fully. So that's why I opted to just try all gas, and it worked out okay. Next up is the extra deck. So Hextia, Prime Banshee, and Malwisp, and Edminia. So this is what you climb up into. If you do have some extra bodies, you can actually use the Malwisp and one of the level 1 monsters for your Herald of Arclight, which is a really powerful card. When it goes to graveyard, it searches, and it's a negation, negate and destroy anything, basically. And then also, it has a really cool floodgate effect while it's on the field. Any monster sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard is actually banished instead. So that can really stifle certain plays, especially like Fiendsmith, for example. Next up is the Azamina engine. I play Murecielago and the Azamina Ilia Sylvia. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It puts a body on board, so you can actually go into Fiendsmith easier, and then you end up with a negation and usually a spell and trap, the Sinful Slumber Morian, the Book of Moon, which is really broken. And then next, a big portion of this extra deck is Fiendsmith engine. That's the one downside of the Fiendsmith engine. You have to play a bunch of cards in your extra deck to make it even worth it. So Requiem, Moon, Sequence, Desiree, Necroquip Princess, DDD Wave High King Caesar. So I did have to cut the Chaos Angel and the Egnumde for the Herald of Arclight and then the next card that I'll show you, but it turned out to be worth it. Even with just this, it's still very powerful. The next card that I wanted to play is Promethean Princess. This actually came up in tournament. You basically bring back your Paratrader or your Hextia, which are both fires, and then you use your Desiree to negate it so you can climb up into your Abao, which is another Monster Reborn. Being able to have generic Monster Reborns is really powerful, and I was able to use them multiple times during tournament. If you dump with your Magician Souls, for example, the copy of the Diabellstar, you can actually use the Abao at the end of your combo to bring your Diabellstar back and end on the Azamina Ilia Sylvia negation, which is insane. Next up, we finally have the SP Little Knight. It's just it's just a generic great boss monster that you can put in any deck. Banish something and then leave it on your end board, which is cool. And finally, the side deck. I opted to play 3 Nibiru. This is not really a control matchup anymore. I turned it into a combo deck, and this is a great going first card, and it's a decent going second card. Obviously, if your opponent's trying to break through your board, whatever you set up, they're going to have a tough time summoning under 5 times, and this can ensure you live to the next turn, and then you OTK them and apply enough pressure with your Azamina and Fiendsmith engine, because your Altergeist engine does not have enough gas with the way I set this deck up. But yeah, this is a really strong going first card, and then sometimes good going second. Lancia, this is for, you know, Malice and stuff like that. 3 Bell, so this goes well with, you interact with your graveyard a lot with the Fiendsmith engine and with the Altergeist engine, and then honestly also with the Azamina engine with the Hallowed. This can protect your graveyard effects and ensure that they go off. And you can negate crazy stuff like Mirakumo or Called by the Grave, which is really nice. Next up, Droll and Lockbird. If you know you're going second, or if you're afraid of the Mulch Armies, this is a really useful card to ensure that your plays are really protected, because you don't need to add too much for the Fiendsmith engine and the Azamina engine. You do need to add a bunch for the Altergeist engine, but sometimes it is correct to Droll yourself if you're under a Mulch Army and you're trying to go like full Fiendsmith combo, for example. And sometimes even under Droll, you can still climb up to your Adminia, which is a really broken interruption that allows you to take one of your opponent's monsters permanently. And then finally, Forbidden Droplet. Just generic good stuff for going first and second. That's basically how I made the side deck. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I think I'm going to table Altergeist for now. We do really need the Link 1, but I did want to revisit it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the time that I spent with the deck. I posted, like, I want to say about a dozen videos with regards to Altergeist in the past week or two. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts, and if there's a way to improve this. I might revisit it if there's a new spicy tech that comes out that that can help this deck go even further beyond. But for now, I'm just not seeing it. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for more.